Hey guys, Linda Vater here, and I promise to explain to you in its entirety the saga or my misadventure with my Instagram account getting hacked. So let me go back in time to about 2 weeks ago. I believe it was April 3rd. I woke up that morning. I did as I always do to check my Instagram account to touch base with you guys who have been, I must say, absolutely amazing in your support, in your kindness, in your thoughtfulness, in your expressions of missing me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But I woke up and I checked my Instagram account and it just basically was gone. I couldn't log into it. There was no evidence that it even existed. When I would search for it, it would just say no results found. So I did what I think most people would do. I panicked. And it's interesting. I looked and checked out, I don't know how many videos on what to do in the event your Instagram account has been hacked. And everyone starts out by saying, first of all, don't panic. Well, I give you full permission to panic because it's a great loss. It might be your livelihood. If nothing else, it is a way that you stay in contact with lots of people who have come to be very important to you. At least it was in my case. So I give you full permission to panic and freak out, but then get to work on trying to figure out what you can do to address it. So some people asked, well, how did I know it had been hacked? Well, the first clue was it was gone. The second clue was I immediately checked my email, and yes, I had correspondence from the hacker who basically apologized that my account had been cracked and they could help me retrieve it. Long story short, they held it up for Bitcoin ransom. They wanted $275 and they wanted me to pay in Bitcoin to get my account restored. So after, again, researching online a lot of different avenues about getting your account back and trying to contact Instagram, which, by the way, is virtually impossible, I started doing a little bit more due diligence. The first place I started was with a friend of mine, my best friend, whose medical practice account had been hacked a number of years ago, and also held up for Bitcoin ransom. She had contacted the FBI, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, the police. She had done everything. Finally, she ended up paying it, and thank goodness her practice and all the accounts related to it were restored. So I talked to her at great length. I talked to a friend of mine who is in actually two friends of mine who are in cybersecurity. We talked about the difficulties involved in getting hold of Instagram, and we researched our options. So they told me that in the event I felt that it was just the cost of doing business, and if I was okay with the amount, that I could go ahead and try paying the ransom. Now, I know it's controversial and lots of people would not recommend doing that. But again, I had previous experience of a dear friend of mine to fall back on. And so I decided that it was an amount I could live with. Now, parenthetically, this went on over a period of 2.5 days. And I did get the hacker down to $230. We bantered back and forth. I ultimately, with great difficulty, I might add, contacted my nephew, who is an expert, again, in some cybersecurity things in cryptocurrency, and he helped me pay the ransom. Now, that did not work. The hacker just went radio silent after I paid it. I never heard from him again. Do I regret doing it? No, I don't, because my account wasn't restored then for another 2 weeks. And the entirety of that time, I would have wondered, should I have gone ahead and done it? Should I not? I would question the wisdom of it. I ultimately did. I don't regret it. It may work, it may not work. Basically, you just don't know. So I continued my research online and reaching out to practically everyone I know. And so many of you responded with the names of individuals, with other accounts that had been hacked, all sorts of contact info of people that I might reach out to. And I probably reached out to everyone. Happily, it was my sister who came to the rescue. She's an ophthalmologist in Fort Wayne, and she has a niece who has been in the social media world for many, many years. And she put me in contact with another individual, and I've shared their names on another post because I want everyone to know who the white knights and the white ladies were who came to my rescue. And I've shared that information. But they basically came to my rescue. He had some experience in working with other accounts that had been taken down and held up for ransom. And more importantly, and this is the key, he had a contact at Instagram, within Instagram. And that's what you need to find, is somebody who physically actually works within Instagram, because contacting them through any of their help centers or their support services online does not work. You need to find someone, like most things in life, somebody who knows somebody else who can help you. So I reached out to him. He was very, very gracious and very kind. And over a period of, it took about 2 weeks, he was able to help me get my account restored. Hooray. So it has a happy ending. Now, what are the takeaways from this? Number one, don't do what I did. I have 2 accounts. I had 2-factor authentication on the account I didn't use very often, and I didn't have security set up on Protege blog. So number one, immediately change your password, and number 2, set up 2-factor authentication. Now, why didn't I have it on? Well, basically because I just wanted to be more efficient. Not so much laziness, it's just that it really does slow you down if you're logging in and out a number of times throughout the day. Is it worth it? Yes. Be smart. Don't be stupid like I was. So that would be my first, I guess, my first recommendation. Number 2 is kind of rethink maybe what your relationship is with Instagram to begin with, so that you don't get into this same kind of frantic situation. I've really thought about it, and now I'm trying to make Instagram my servant, not my master. And I'm doing everything I can to now make sure that my relationship with you guys is more direct. I'm taking it off of social media platforms that I don't necessarily have a lot of control over, and I'm translating them and converting them to lindavater.com, and a very exciting new thing that I've got coming down the pike called Linda Vater TV, and you'll be able to access all of that information. I'll tell you about it a little bit more later. So I hope that answers your questions. Please reach out to me if you have any more inquiries that you would like to send. I really want to thank my 2 friends, good friends now, Jessica Quirk and James Nord. They were the ones who helped me get my account back. So until later, that is the saga of my great misadventure with my Instagram account being hacked.